was Imagine Dragons by the song Demons. In the studio with us today we have Rosie Coxshaw, who is an entrepreneur and publisher of E1 Life Mag. Hello Rosie.
Hi guys.
And welcome to the show.
Hello, nice to see you all and meet you.
And how are you today? How are you feeling?
I'm really well, thank you.
Great.
A lot better for seeing you all.
Okay, so let's crack on. How did you get started? Tell us about yourself, Rosie.
Okay, so basically I started work experience when I was about 15 at a local lifestyle magazine called In, based in my hometown in Alton. In Essex, and basically started working with them, did a bit of door-to-door distribution as like a Saturday job, and I sort of found myself taking on more distribution, and with that brought in acquaintances from school, and there's sort of gap in the market to basically do design, print and distribution. So I set up RC Promotions when I was 16. I then left school when I was 16 as well, after getting my GCSEs. And sort of never looked back really. 4 years ago relaunched the brand RCP Media. 6 months ago we launched a publishing division which brings E1 Life to life, and it's going really well. I'm really happy.
But it's amazing. I think it's amazing starting so young and having that passion to keep going. What keeps you motivated? What has kept you chasing this dream from such a young age?
Well, I think I've always been really passionate. I have this thing of there's three things, you know, passion, focus and tenacity. And if you've got those three sort of elements, if you're really passionate about something, you can find the focus and just keep going on and on. You're more than likely to be successful at something. And with that, I think over the years, you know, I'm blessed with a really good team. The people around you make such a difference as to how well you can execute something.
It's amazing. Kelly and Danny, got any questions?
Yeah, absolutely. So I also work in print, and you're always hearing that the print industry is dying. How have you found it a struggle? Like, what advice would you give people who are pursuing a career in journalism?
Well, at the moment, I believe that, you know, print will never die, and I believe that totally, 100%. Otherwise, obviously, I wouldn't have launched a print publication. I think you've got to be really sort of niche about it. You've got to be dynamic. You've also got to have other platforms that lead on from it. So you don't just have a print product on its own. You've got to use digital and other sort of means, whether it be radio, TV, to actually sort of embellish upon that. So yeah, for that, I don't think print will ever die. There's always going to be a need in our lives for a tangible print product.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. So setting up this magazine, what was the biggest struggle for you?
Sort of managing the magazine and also managing the other side of the business as well. Obviously I've got RCP Media, and that's sort of been running for quite a while. It was sort of a bit of a struggle to really sort of paramount a new product and keeping the other business going. Sort of multitasking at its finest, trying to anyway. But yeah, I think we're gradually getting there. There's always ups and downs with something, and it's just stabilising it. And I think we've reached that now with E1 Life.
Amazing. So look, there's you being so proactive whilst the rest of the world are playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I don't play games. It's really not my cup of tea.
I saw in your Twitter bio it said married to my work, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this girl is about her business. It is so inspiring. Have you found it hard balancing your work and your social life? Because work is amazing, but at the same time, like you said, having that network of people around you is what keeps you going. So you sound like you've got it under control, like managing your work and your personal life.
Yeah. There's that saying, isn't there, you know, find the job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And I really can relate to that. Even at weekends I love East London anyway, but I find that it's an area that really brings out my creativity. So, you know, for a weekend I'll go up there, I'm always coming up with ideas, and that's sort of part of my work. I have different times of day for different things. So of an evening or at the weekend is where I sort of feel my creativity and come up with new ideas. During the week, you know, core working hours is where we sort of bring that stuff to life. And in terms of a social level, I've never really been one to sort of go out and clubbing it and getting out of my face. That's not really my cup of tea. I'd much rather go for dinner with a group of friends, or, you know, something a little bit more civilised. But you know, I'm always having fun, and I've got amazing friends. So it's sort of, I do find time for both, but I'm not gonna lie, I spend a lot of time working.
Would you say you are a workaholic?
Yeah, but I enjoy it. I love it. You know, I don't want to say it is my life, because there's more to life than just working, and you must never ever forget that. But if you want something to work and you want it to be really successful, I read so many stories of different people that are successful, and they spend the majority of their time in some way or another dedicated to the cause, you know?
It's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
it will be worth it.
It definitely will be, yeah.
Well, we do need more women like you to encourage
Exactly.
the younger population.
Yeah, I was wondering, just following on from the motivation and passion for it, did you always have this idea that you just had to set up and follow through, or was it more, did you fall into it? Did it kind of evolve naturally at some point?
Well, actually when I was about 14, I wanted to be a journalist. And I remember saying to my mum and dad, right, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to write forever, yeah, I'm going to study English, I'm going to be, you know, go to university. Oh God, no. So basically that's sort of what made me find a job at the magazine, or do some work experience at the magazine, because I wanted to go into journalism. And sooner or later, you know, I found myself really passionate about business and work rather than actually just writing. And I say just writing because I admire anyone that's a good writer. But yeah, I just felt a passion elsewhere, and I sort of fell into it and love it. And I've tried different things. I've never just done marketing. I worked in trading for a couple of years. I set up a baking company, but that didn't quite work out. So I've turned my hand to many different sort of avenues. But I really feel marketing is, you know, where I keep getting drawn back.
And so what would your advice be to brand new entrepreneurs? You said that you have tried other things. Is that part of it, just going on that journey, and then you found your strength?
Yeah, you've got to really be passionate. I mean, I speak to some people that wake up in the morning and go, yeah, I want to be a millionaire. So it's all very well. If you're chasing money, you might not necessarily do something that you love. You're generally doing it because it's a money factor. But trust me, it won't last long. You have to find something that you really, really sort of love. And if you can make serious money at it, then you've got an absolute winner, because you're doing what you love and making money from it. Yeah,
that's really good advice. Really good. What are your future plans?
Well, basically with the publishing, we're working hard at the moment, planning for a new title. This is going to be centred around businesswomen, and it's a title we're looking to take nationwide. Because we've got the distribution routes from the sister company RCP Media, we're able to sort of expand this across the country, and depending on certain investment, we're going to take this internationally as well. So yeah, this is an area I'm really passionate about, and it's also something that we can take into other mediums as well. And television is potentially something we're looking at. So yeah, it's all very exciting.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so just for our readers, tell us a bit about the magazine and who your reader is, who your typical reader is.
Totally. So we have this saying that our sort of reader or demographic audience, those who are 25, feel 25 and want to be 25. And the reason we came up with this a few months ago, and the reason being is we have a few different audiences that we're aimed at. You know, you've got your sort of young hipster 25-year-old that sort of like lives and breathes the area and wants to know where the latest places are to go. And then on the flip side, we've got our 40 to 50-year-old guy who, you know, works in the city, but probably lives in the area sort of Monday to Friday, and then sort of at the weekend goes out to his home or abode, you know, out in the country. But they'll look at it as an investment opportunity as well. So there's a couple of different audiences we're targeted at. At the moment, we print 30,000 copies, and we're bi-monthly. You can find the magazine at various businesses all across East London, outside tube and train stations. You just need to refer to our social feeds. Twitter will sort of let you know where you can pick it up outside the stations, and also into private property developments. I think eventually we'd like to go monthly, but at the moment bi-monthly sort of is more than capable.
Brilliant, yeah, it's a great magazine. It's very impressive.
Maybe just, I know you got your start with with Peter Jones, the Peter Jones Academy.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, it was when I started. It was the National Enterprise Academy, and my dad found out about it on the BBC and said, "Oh, Rose, there's some business thing. You should apply for it." I was like, "Oh, okay, Dad, really?" So I did, and I think about 700 people applied, and there was 28 of us that actually made the Pathfinder group. And the idea was we were part of the pilot scheme for young people that want to be entrepreneurs or intrapreneurs. And we met with different business people, had different experiences, undertook part of the qualification as well. But it was part of a scheme that's now actually nationwide, and they've renamed it the Peter Jones Enterprise Academy. And you can basically do the course at various colleges across the UK. So it was nice to be part of something at the start, and I did take quite a bit from it. So yeah, I'm glad I did it.
What was the best experience for you?
Best experience? Well, there was a few things. It was nice to meet different people, different sort of my contemporaries that had different sort of visions, and also obviously various entrepreneurs. On another side, I actually took my best friend from it as well, which was also a good thing. And I think keeping in touch with those people, it's interesting to see actually they've got on and done things. It's obviously affected. It was a good thing for them that they actually sort of increased their passion or something,
Yeah, so are most of them still involved in their businesses or started a business?
Yeah, some of them didn't have businesses, so I walked into the academy with a business. Some people just had like a dream and vision, but generally, from what I can see, they're all doing pretty well in one way or another.
That's amazing. It is just someone gave you the idea of starting something and you just needed him. Do you think if you haven't had this opportunity, would you be where you are now?
I can't say that because I walked into the academy with a business, so I already had sort of like that.
But they give you some guidance. And
yeah, it's more the guidance, and asking questions. When you're 16, or no, actually, I was 18 when I went to the academy, and when you're 18, there's always something you want to ask. Even now, at my age, it's just you never stop learning. So I think that was the main thing, really, was to be able to see how people with more experience are doing it and taking from that.
Yeah, what networking are you doing even now? Do you think that's crucial to constantly kind of networking? Yeah.
Okay, well, I love networking. People buy from people. And with that, we launched the Booze and Schmooze networking events
Tell us more about
in
that.
May. Yeah, so Booze and Schmooze, literally what it says. Yeah, the idea is I got bored of going to traditional networking events, either early in the morning when I really wanted to be at the gym, or during my lunchtime where I had an important client to meet. And so we've scheduled this sort of later, it's in the evening. And the idea is, taking it back to the day where you do have a pint with someone, have a few beers and do business over down the pub. It sounds pretty good, but actually that is how a lot of business was done. And not that it's a complete booze up, because it's not, but the idea is that different business heads and decision makers are in one room from different industries. They can network with each other. So when you get there, we've still got the structure of, the name tag, so you actually know who you're talking to. But I guarantee you, there's a number of people in that group you want to be talking to, and with that, it's a night out as well. So the last one, we had a few speakers, and that was a really good focus of the event. So they were all business related. We had Levi Roots, we had Sky Andrew, we also had Alan Miller. And they were part of our interview panel, so that was a really strong focus point. We also had Bat and Ball that sponsored us on sort of ping pong tables, so you really got these sort of fun element to it as well. So with the idea, we're going to do another one probably October, November this year, and we've started it in East London, but if I'm honest, it's something that we can take anywhere, but obviously like E1 Life, it fits nicely with it, and that's where we are with it at the moment.
Just for our listeners, where can we keep in touch with you, and where can people find out about the events that you've got going on, and to find out where they can grab the magazine from, if you want to share the socials?
Sure, so social media at E1 Life Mag, Instagram is the same, Facebook E1 Life Magazine. Me, myself, I'm at rosebud_RC if you want to see me individually. And then with RCP Media is at RC Promotion 01. To be honest, you can find out a lot of stuff through our Twitter feeds or really Twitter is our really good tool for us that we use. And but other than that, pick up the phone. 0203 011 1194 is the hotline.
Okay, repeat the number again.
0203 011 1194.
Good, thank you.
And like Rosie said, don't be afraid to make the hotline blink. Give them a call. You're going to get involved. Thank you so much, Rosie, for coming in and sharing with us today.
It's okay.
It's been a pleasure having you.
Brilliant.
And that is all for today. So stay tuned to East London Radio for the International Ear with Joan Ellis up next, followed by Plug the Gap at 3 p.m. Soul for Live at 4 p.m. The Chat at 5 p.m. Wheels in Motion at 6 p.m. Music Takes Me Up at 7 p.m. and Trust Bound at 8. Playing us out is Words Without Teeth of a Monster and Men.
Yeah, but we're gonna play this in a couple of minutes. We still have a bit of time. So it's been amazing having you in this show today, Rosie. It's been a pleasure to talk to you and listen about your life experience with your. I don't know. There's so much energy coming out from you. I actually had to ask her before if she has siblings, and she said no, I'm an only child.
One of me is enough.
Yeah.
I feel like you should go into motivational speaking, because even being around you and listening, it just makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like if she can do it, I can do it. Kind of thing. I think that's something that you should venture into.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just fear when people have fear of starting someone, or you have your surroundings saying that's so complicated, you're not gonna get it. So you just need to go through that.
Yeah, totally. You've got to be fearless, and that's sort of one key word that I always sort of relate back to. If there's any obstacle, there actually are no obstacles generally. It's your fear acting as a barrier. If you remove the fear out of the situation, then you'll find that you can really conquer your dreams.
Yeah, that's amazing. You are your own enemy.
Totally.
It's just crazy. We blame others usually, and it's yourself putting all these
Well,
parts.
that's easy, isn't it? Because we can change ourselves. Can't change anyone else. though.
Exactly.
It's definitely true.
Yeah, but it's been great to have you.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Yeah.